Hi United fans, strap yourselves in and stay connected, because the next 48 hours could be absolutely seismic for Manchester United. Make no mistake, this is one of those moments in the season where everything can flip on its head. Today, we're diving deep into Joshua Zirkzee's uncertain future, United's late scramble for Jean-Philippe Mateta, the behind-the-scenes push for Hayden Hackney, fresh left-back scouting missions in Germany, and why names like Elliot Anderson, Carlos Balaba, and João Gomes continue to hover dangerously close to Old Trafford. Don't forget to subscribe and stay locked in. You do not want to miss what could drop next. Now let's get into it, properly. According to Fabrizio Romano, the situation around Joshua Zirkzee is beginning to heat up. And yes, you heard that right. Roma, Juventus, and other Serie A heavyweights are circling, constantly inquiring and testing United's resolve as they hunt for a striker. For now, Manchester United are keeping the door firmly shut, bolted and locked. But football fans know how this works. Doors can open very quickly in the final hours of a transfer window. From the player's side, sources suggest Zirkzee is increasingly frustrated, desperate for regular minutes, and fully aware that the 2026 World Cup is looming large. Sitting on the bench does nobody any favours at this level. If United blink even slightly, Serie A clubs are ready to pounce, and pounce fast. The big question is this: do United stand firm and risk an unhappy player, or cash in and move decisively? And here's where it gets really spicy. Reports suggest that if Zirkzee does leave, Manchester United are prepared to go all in for Jean-Philippe Mateta in the final 48 hours of the window. Let that sink in. Mateta is a Premier League proven powerhouse, aggressive, physical, relentless, and absolutely tailor-made for English football. He bullies centre-backs, pins defences back, and brings a different edge to United's attack. This wouldn't be a luxury signing, it would be a statement of intent. In my opinion, if United are forced into a late move, Mateta makes far more sense than a panic gamble abroad. But United fans, what do you think? Is Mateta the right man to lead the line? Or should United hold their nerve with Zirkzee? Behind the scenes, another deal is quietly gathering serious momentum. Multiple reports insist United are working tirelessly to complete a January move for Hayden Hackney. And this one has Michael Carrick written all over it. Carrick loves his playing style, tidy on the ball, brave under pressure, tactically intelligent, and with that calm, metronomic control, United have lacked far too often. Their relationship could be absolutely crucial in pushing this deal over the line. Hackney understands the system, understands the demands, and crucially understands what it means to control a midfield, rather than just run around. This feels like a proper football decision, not a headline grab. But with time running out, United fans have to ask, do the club pull the trigger now, or wait and risk losing him to someone else? Elsewhere, United's recruitment machine is clearly spinning at full throttle. Senior scouts were dispatched to Germany to watch Eintracht Frankfurt left-back Nathaniel Brown in action against Tottenham, according to Team Talk. That tells you everything. This isn't casual interest. It's targeted, deliberate, and urgent. United know the left-back situation needs sorting, and Brown fits the modern Premier League mould. Athletic, aggressive, technically sound, and fearless going forward. My view? This is smart scouting. No drama, no hype, just proper football work being done quietly. But is Brown ready to make that leap to Old Trafford pressure? Or should United aim even higher? Looking ahead to the summer, reports suggest that Elliot Anderson remains United's top midfield target, with Carlos Balaba still very highly rated internally. United are pleased with progress on both fronts, and, importantly, relations remain strong. Anderson brings energy, bite, and that relentless Premier League edge. Fans love the type who never hides, never stops, and never shies away from a tackle. Balaba, on the other hand, offers raw power, dynamism, and long-term upside. If United get this midfield rebuild right, it could transform the entire team. So United fans, be honest, Anderson, Balaba, or both. In other hand, keep a very close eye on João Gomes. Manchester United continue to monitor his situation at Wolves, with reports suggesting the player is increasingly open to leaving. With Wolves staring down the barrel and the very real possibility of Championship football next season, this is one of those opportunities that can explode into life at any moment. Gomes is a fighter, aggressive, tenacious, and built for the Premier League trenches. In a proper system, at a proper club, he could thrive.
The deal feels like it's waiting for the right spark. In other news,
according to multiple reports, Manchester United's recruitment strategy is becoming clearer by the day, and honestly, it feels refreshingly proper football logic. The club are targeting two very specific midfield profiles, not flashy headline names for clicks, but the type of players that win you battles in February at Turf Moor and control games under the lights at Old Trafford. First, United want a proper number 6, disciplined, positionally rigid, tactically switched on, and defensively reliable. The kind of midfielder who screens the backline, reads danger early, and allows others to play with freedom. Secondly, they want an engine room 8, a relentless box-to-box operator, high energy, aggressive in the press, comfortable carrying the ball, and crucially, not judged by goals and assists. Together, these two profiles are meant to become the heartbeat of this team. Let that sink in. Isn't this exactly what United have been crying out for since the days of Prime Carrick and Fletcher? That brings us neatly to Adam Wharton, and yes, United fans, the race is wide open. Reports suggest United's interest is genuine, but still at an early stage, with Chelsea also circling. Wharton is firmly on United's summer list, and you can see why. He's calm on the ball, brave in tight spaces, and plays with that old-school English composure that fans absolutely adore. He doesn't hide, he doesn't panic, and he keeps the tempo ticking. But here's the big question: should United move decisively now and get ahead of Chelsea, or wait and risk another Premier League rival muscling in? Because we all know how that story usually ends, don't we? Meanwhile, Carlos Balaba is another name quietly gathering momentum. According to Ben Jacobs, his form this season has not put United off in the slightest. In fact, there's growing confidence at Old Trafford that they could now strike a better deal. Inside the club, there's a strong belief that if Balaba moves, we'd see last season's version of the player, aggressive, fearless, powerful, rather than the slightly inconsistent form we've seen recently. This is a classic United gamble question. Do you back the talent and trust the coaching, or do you demand instant perfection? Personally, I love this type of signing. Raw, hungry, and desperate to prove himself under the spotlight of the Theatre of Dreams. But what do you think worth the risk? Or too much of a project? Now here's where things get truly intriguing. According to Fabrizio Romano, Karim Benzema personally asked to be left out of Al Ittihad's squad following a contract proposal. And yes, United fans, you heard that right. There are whispers that Manchester United are looking for a mentor figure for Benjamin Šeško. A short-term move, experience, leadership. Someone who's been there, done it, and lifted the biggest trophies in the game. Despite all the January noise around Joshua Zirkzee potentially exiting, the question has to be asked, would a short-term Benzema move make sense? Imagine that football brain guiding a young striker, teaching movement, positioning, and composure in big moments. Unbelievable, but true football has a funny way of surprising us. Would you take it, even for one season? Or is it a step too far? Turning to Marcus Rashford, according to Fabrizio Romano, Barcelona's intention is crystal clear. They want to keep Rashford. Hansi Flick wants him. The player is happy. The club is happy. But, and it's a big but, Barcelona have not yet told Manchester United they will pay the €30 million fee. Instead, they plan to speak later in the year to find a solution. That phrase alone should set alarm bells ringing at Old Trafford. Rashford is thriving, enjoying his football, and playing with confidence again. The big question is this: do United push hard for full value, or do they prioritise the player's happiness and long-term relationship with Barcelona? From a footballing point of view, seeing Rashford smiling and performing again is brilliant. From a business point of view, United must be ruthless. What would you do? On the defensive side, there's a quiet but important waiting game happening with Harry Maguire. According to Ben Jacobs, Maguire is waiting for a formal contract extension offer. Meanwhile, according to multiple reports, Manchester United's midfield rebuild is already rumbling into life under interim boss Michael Carrick. And one name that has unexpectedly resurfaced is Wilfred Ndidi. Now, let that sink in. A proven Premier League battler, currently captaining Besiktas, reportedly offered to United and keen on a return to English football. This is not hype, this is experience, leadership, and pure ball-winning grit. Ndidi knows the league, knows the pace, knows the physicality, and most importantly, knows what it takes on cold, brutal Premier League afternoons. But here's the catch Besiktas are digging their heels in. They want a loan with an obligation to buy around £12 million, while United are playing chess, not checkers, preferring a short-term fix as they line up a major summer rebuild. And honestly, can you blame them? At 29, Ndidi would be about stability, control, and protection, not a long-term cornerstone. So the big question is this, Reds. Is Ndidi the smart, no-nonsense solution United need right now? Or is this a step backward instead of forward? Meanwhile, reports from Italy, including La Stampa, suggest United are pushing harder for Atalanta's Ederson, a midfielder many inside the club view as a true successor to Casemiro. This is where it gets exciting. Dynamic, aggressive, technically sharp, and comfortable playing at tempo Ederson is the kind of midfielder who doesn't just survive the Premier League, he thrives in it. United are said to be willing to go 35 to 40 million euros, and fresh inquiries have already been made. This isn't casual interest. This is targeted recruitment. This is United looking for legs, intensity, and intelligence in the middle of the park. Make no mistake, this is huge. But here's my take. If United land Ederson, it sends a message. A message that the rebuild isn't just talk anymore. The question is, will Ineos back it now, or delay until summer, and risk another half-season drifting? And it doesn't stop there. United's recruitment team have also been spotted in Germany, watching Eintracht Frankfurt's Nathaniel Brown, one of Europe's most exciting young left-backs. According to reports from Graham Bailey, senior scouts were in attendance, and that tells you everything. Pace, athleticism, bravery on the ball, and that modern fullback profile United have lacked for years. Brown is raw, yes, but raw with massive upside. Several clubs are circling, and this is where United must be ruthless. Do you move early and secure the talent, or hesitate and watch another gem slip through your fingers? We've seen this movie before, haven't we, Reds? Elsewhere, reports from Ben Jacobs confirm that Iliman Ndiaye remains admired at Old Trafford after United's interest last summer. But Everton are standing firm. Not for sale, they say. And in fairness, can you blame them? Ndiaye is electric, fearless, and tailor-made for Premier League chaos. For me, he's the type of player who lifts fans off their seats, especially under the lights at Old Trafford. The Stretford end would love him. So the question becomes, do United test Everton's resolve with a serious bid? Or is this one parked until circumstances change? Finally, let's talk managers, because this conversation cannot be ignored. If Ineos and the United hierarchy truly believe Premier League experience is non-negotiable for the next permanent boss, then Unai Emery has to be in the conversation. No sentiment, no nostalgia, just facts. The man is tactically elite, serially successful in Europe, and what he's doing at Aston Villa is nothing short of outstanding. Improving players, outsmarting top managers, competing toe-to-toe with the so-called big boys. Unbelievable, but true. The question is, would United fans accept Emery? Or do scars from the past still linger? And more importantly, would Emery even leave a project that's flying? So over to you, Reds. Ndidi or Ederson experience or evolution? Should United gamble now or wait for summer? Is Nathaniel Brown the future at left-back? And is Unai Emery the calm, ruthless operator United desperately need? Or should Carrick be given the keys long-term? Drop your thoughts, your debates, your hot takes, because this rebuild belongs to all of us. Stay tuned. This story is far from finished. In other previous news suggests, according to reports, Manchester United have made their first official contact with Crystal Palace regarding English midfielder Adam Wharton. And straight away, this tells us a story. This is not panic buying. This is not scattergun recruitment. This is targeted, deliberate, and very Carrick-coded. United want just 2 midfielders this January, with another addition planned for the summer, and that alone speaks volumes about how carefully the club is trying to rebuild the engine room. Wharton is young, brave on the ball, tactically intelligent, and already looks like a lad who understands the tempo of the Premier League. He's not flashy for the sake of it. He keeps things ticking, wins his duels, and plays with that calm authority England fans absolutely love. Picture him under the lights at Old Trafford, dictating play with the Stretford end roaring behind him. Can you see it? Because I certainly can. The big question is Wharton ready to take that step now, or is this one for the summer chessboard? At the same time, Manchester United will not move for Cole Palmer this summer. There are 2 very clear reasons. First, and let's be brutally honest, Palmer is simply out of United's price range right now. He's elite, he's decisive, and clubs know it. Second, and arguably more important, an attacking midfielder is not a priority in the current rebuild. United bosses are focused on control, balance, and structure, not headline signings for the sake of social media buzz. That may frustrate some fans, especially knowing Palmer is a boyhood United supporter, but football isn't played on emotion alone. This is about building a team that can dominate matches, not just moments. So let me ask you this. Would you rather one glamorous signing or two midfielders who completely change how United play football week in, week out?